Good evening, everybody. Hi. I see I have a couple of folks on already, and as you can see, I'm a little early, uh, but that's okay. I am very happy to have you join me. Let me know who's out there. So, say, who you are and where you're calling from or watching from. Uh, I have uh, I have folks from all over the country, so please let me know. And in another minute, I'm going to start my little talk. Of course, my name is Rosie Greenaway, and also known. Hi, Brenda. Oh, from Kansas. Wonderful. How are you doing out there? I'm actually in Maryland, and here we've had really nice weather. We had a week where we had rain every day, and then it's been nice and cool. So I'm feeling good about that. Oh, as I was saying, Rosie Greenaway, Rosie the Quilter, and I've been quilting now for 20 years. And I wanted to have this little time to welcome all the folks who have been following me on Facebook now and give you a chance to see some of my quilts a little closer up. And I wanted, hi, Sonia, from also from Maryland. Hi there. So, a couple little things I wanted to get off the top here. So, today is going to be a nice little opportunity to have a quilt show and also tell you a little bit about myself. And don't be shy, let me know about you. I have some questions that I put out before. Um, what kind of fabric colors you like, whether what Bible verses are your favorites, and um, do you quilt? So add those things in as we go along so we can chat as well as watch the quilts. So I have an Etsy shop. It's called Prayer Quilts by Rosie. And all the quilts that you'll see tonight will also be available in my shop on a featured page. And as you can see, there are numbers on each of the quilts, and there are going to be numbers on the quilts there to correspond. So it's be easy for you to match it up if there's anything you like. Okay, I see I have a couple of friends here, Gail and Kelly. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I love your work too. I know you're a quilter. So, um, as I was saying, let me I before we go on, let me tell you a little bit about why I make prayer quilts, and that's because this is something that is deeply meaningful to me. Uh, I love to use Bible verses and inspirational texts to express God's love for us and to give peace and comfort to his people. And I also do customized quilts too, but usually with scripture or inspiration involved with those. So, having said that, let's get on with the show. What do you think? Huh? So, I'm going to be showing the quilts really close up, as you can see. Each of them have a number. Now, these that you see behind me are rather large. They're 30 inches by 50 inches, and each has a number 1, 2, and 3. The ones on the end are featuring the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And then the one in the center, right here, is got to be one of my all-time greatest hymns, How Great Thou Art. All six verses. The background is a blue sky and mountains. And as you can see, I also use fabric to accentuate that design. So if that's something you like, take a look at it later. Right now, I'm going on. Hey, Samantha. Shout out to my Samantha. She's going to school in South Carolina. Now, the first quilt that I'm going to show you is number 4. It's begin each day with a grateful heart. And that is my motto. Begin each day with a grateful heart. It's approximately 22 inches by 22 inches and it's $45. Number 4. Number 5 has got to be the most popular quilt in my shop because of the words. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. That's from Psalms uh, chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. Now I have it here with I have it here with pink and red roses. I also do it with blue and purple. So if uh, if this scripture speaks to you, by all means, please use the link that's there. Now let me ask you a question. Can everybody see the link? If you can't see the link, make a in the set say something in the comments so that I can see. Okay. Whoops, let me just move that down a little bit. There we go. Hi, Brenda. Okay. Don't worry if you can't quilt. I'll take care of that for you. I'll make every quilt that you'll ever want. Be happy to do it. Now, number 6, those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. And as you see here, I used a gold with black and a dark burgundy with gold waves in the fabric, just to accentuate that. The size for this one is approximately 14 inches by 16 inches. And you know what? You might be wondering, well, if I buy this quilt, how am I going to hang it? Well, you don't need to worry about that. I thought about that. Everybody gets a little hook, see, to hang them up, just like how these are hung up. So you get these little hooks with it to hang. So you don't even have to worry about that. I took care of that for you. Now, let's see. Oh, now, can you see the link that is on the page? It's also in the description for the this show. Hmm. Anyway, so can you see the link, or you don't know the, or you can't? Anyway, um, if you're if you're not sure if the link is viewable, you could go to Etsy.com and look up Prayer Quilts by Rosie, and the section is the quilt show page, and that's the way you could find it if you can't find the link that's that I put in. Oh, Brenda, yes, you can see it. Thank you. Thank you for saying that you saw it. Great. Uh, you try to do these things, it's so technical, and you just have to like pray it goes through. Now, here's one. Uh, love is patient, love is kind. This is what I call the wedding prayer, or some people just call it by the shorthand, First Corinthians. This is the most favorite the verse that is used in weddings. It was used at my brother's wedding and my sister's wedding. And this one is number 7, and it's $45. The size is approximately 12 inches by 18 inches. Let me know. Do you all want to know what the size is as I'm going through it? If not, then if so, then I'll keep repeating that in there so that you'll keep on top of that. Now, one of the things I wanted to also let you know, in addition to giving you these nice little clips here, I also have each of them wrapped in in tissue paper, like you see here, along with a card from Prayer Quilts. Okay, I mail all of my quilts using priority. One of these lovely little priority boxes because you know you can only trust the post office so much. You want to use priority, and I've never lost a package. I've been at this now for 5 years. Everybody gets their package. Another thing, if it's a not large quilt like this, I have it wrapped in a nice little carry bag like this. So it's a nice little gift bag. Now, let's take a look at some of my questions. Uh, I'm so glad that you like them. Hey, um, how about Bible verses? Any particular Bible verses that you like? For me, that one that I said was my favorite, when my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. That's definitely one of my absolute favorites. And I'm so glad I'm able to put it in something visual that expresses how I feel about my spirit, the how my spiritual life is going right now. So let me know if you see anything that you like. Just put out a little hearts or anything like that. Okay. Now, number 8 is another favorite. This is "The Lord is my shepherd," Psalm 23. And as you can see from the photo here, I have it in lovely blue and aqua fabric that's little leaves in blue and aqua, and another dark burgundy uh, border around that. And this one is $45. Again, one of the nice things about these smaller quilts is that they can be hung almost anywhere. Think of it in an office or your bedroom, uh, a dorm room. That's another lovely place that you can put things. Again, if you want to see a little closer picture of this, you could scoot over to the Etsy page where all of these are listed, and they have additional photos where you could, you know, highlight it, make it larger, and I have more information about the quilt itself. Ah, okay. Good question. Of course, the next one is one of the larger ones. Okay. Here we go. So this is another version of the wedding prayer. This is like one I did for my sister when she got married. And this one is number 9, and it's First Corinthians. And as you can see, it's in a nice little italic, again with the pink and blue and red roses. And here's the whole thing as I can lift up for you. There we go. So you can see the full length of it. This is 32 inches by 32 inches, quite large. Okay. This again, and this one is $75, and it is number 9. Now, this particular quilt is one I call it a quilt for the ladies. So it's from Luke. I actually, I think in my listing I call it the Virgin Mary quilt, because this is taken from Luke, the book of Luke, and it's from Gabriel's salute to Mary, part of the Annunciation. Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would 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 fulfill his promises to her. So that's why I call it my Virgin Mary quilt. Is approximately 17 inches by 29 inches. So it's as you can see, a good size. And can you see all of it? Yes, you can. Has a lovely dark burgundy flourishes. And what you can't see too well is the um, quilting I did in gold thread around the whole thing here. So this one is number 10, the Virgin Mary quilt. Okay. Now here's another one. Now, if you're a Proverbs lady, a Proverbs wife, you know this particular uh, verse. This is, she is clothed in strength and dignity as she laughs without fear of the future. And this is from Proverbs 31, verse 25. And there are several verses that speak of this, of what the um, ideal woman or wife should be. And I used my blue, aqua, and purple on this one. So as you can see, that is a lovely quilt there. And this one is $50. Perfect gift for um, the woman that you care about in your life. This particular quilt is taken another verse from Proverbs 31, and this is definitely for the mothers or grandmothers or the women who have mothered us in our lives. It says, "Her children rise up and call her blessed." And then now this one is all embroidery, gold thread embroidery, and as as you can see, I like purple. So there's purple, aqua, blue in this quilt. And this one is $85. The size, as you can see, uh, is 22 inches by 26 inches. So it's more than 2 feet long. Okay. So I think I asked a question about whether what are your favorite colors. I think you get from me already. Blue and purple are favorites for me. I'm not ashamed to say it. I just love blue and purple and how they mix together. What do you think? What are your favorite colors? And let me know if I've already gotten some of the colors that you like, or some of the verses that have been meaningful to you. Okay. Well, shall we continue? Okay. Let me just make sure my thing didn't freeze here. I always want to make sure that I'm not ignoring any comments that's sitting there for me to respond to. We got a few more minutes to go, and then I'm going to do a full review so you can get the numbers. Now, this one is one of my larger ones. Is from Romans and is, oops, daisy, here we go. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace. That is definitely one of my favorite ones. Now, for this one, as you can see, I went with a different color scheme. I decided to go with gray and some black and taupe and gold. So this one is, may to God, is 28 inches by 30 inches. Very large quilt. This is a great quilt for a pastor, or for um, ordination gift. Uh, okay. And that one was number 13. Okay. So, oh, Kelly, your favorite color is green. Well, you say it, and here it comes. This one is Ecclesiastes. There is a time for everything under the sun. That's one of the favorites. And as you can see, I have a border in green and gold, blue and purple. I hit them all. This is the trifecta of some of my favorite colors in this quilt. And this one is, oh, 32 by 32. Another biggie, as you can see. Now, what you can't see so well, but maybe you can see if I turn it on the back. There you go. Is all the quilting that I've done throughout this whole quilt. There's quilting all over it. Actually, there's not there's not an inch of this quilt that isn't covered with beautiful stitching to exemplify not only the words and the fabric. And this one is also $75. Again, that's number 14, Ecclesiastes. Okay. Now, thankfully, I put some smaller ones here. This one, back to my blue, gold, and some purple. This is number 15. And this one is, I'm going to read the whole thing because it's another one of these where the importance is in the words. May the will of God take you where the grace of God will keep you, where the arms of God will support you, where the wisdom of God will teach you. And may the power of God protect you today and all of your tomorrows. And as you can see here, it's got beautiful waves of blue, purple, and aqua in this particular quilt. And this one is only $45. Well, we've come almost to the end I have one left to show you, and it's a quilt of a verse from the book of Numbers that a lot of people have used as a prayer of farewell. And I've got my blue and purple going here. May the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So this is a lovely quilt. You could either put it up on the wall or on a nice table in your foyer. Its size is approximately uh, 14 inches by 29 inches, so it's long, and it is $45. This is number 16. So that is the last of the quilts that I wanted to share with you today. And do you have, oh, any questions? Sonia's color is yellow. I Well, I have over 100 quilts in my shop. I have lots of yellow. I like to pair yellow with pink and obviously purple with blue. Also, purple can go with some other combinations too. Hi, Rosemary. Thank you. So, I am going to, I have a couple little things to just say here. I made notes so I wouldn't forget. Uh, and I would like to make mention that while you've seen these quilts here, I do have a special end of summer sale going for my extra large and queen size quilts. And you'll find those on my Etsy page. I have them in a special section, end of summer sale. So if you're interested in something bigger to go on your bed or throw on your couch, I invite you to take a look at one of those quilts to see if that would be something you'd like. They're 40% off. So that hopefully that'll entice to take a look. Um, Also, I'd like to invite y'all to join my group called Prayer Quilts. And in that group, um, we the members can go a little more in depth in how we bring our spiritual life together with our sewing life. And if you don't quilt, that's okay. If you sew, if you go through sew or crochet, you go through that process of using your hands to create, and you have that spiritual function with it. I invite you to join us. We'll be discussing just how we make that work for ourselves and how that's changed or not changed during these days. Also, it gives us an opportunity to get some giveaways and some sneak peeks at work I'm preparing to bring out. So uh, I had promised 30 minutes, and we're coming right up on on that right now. So if there's any other questions, I'd be happy to uh, ask those questions. And oh, one thing. If you liked the verse, but you didn't care for the color I did it in, drop me a line because I'm constantly um, doing quilts for folks with different color schemes. I did one the other day with gray and aqua. Now that was an interesting quilt, but beautiful. And also So don't think just because you didn't see it, I can't create it. God is wonderful, and I have a lot of fabric. So that said, I'm going to wish you all a lovely rest of the Labor Day evening. Get rested for the next day. Thank you so much for joining me. And be blessed, be well, be safe.